There's a sort of meditation in it. There's just like this deep zone that you get into. I love that place.
Animation is the illusion of movement. Now meet Curtis Horsberg.
I'm an animator.
No illusions here. An artist and truck speeding through life, making things move.
You can do anything in animation.
His pencils pushing him past the precepts of everyday life.
I think that's what art is about.
That's what Curtis is about.
Finding whatever rules people assume to be true and seeing if there's ways to break those rules.
This animator's a nomad.
Muggsy is a 1996 delivery van.
Originally used to post packages, Muggsy now provides illusionary transport.
Sleeping up here and in the hammock, doing all my artwork here. Eventually there'll be solar power on the roof and I'll have my computer set up here.
Until then, he's grateful to be sharing a desk at the Wolf Sheep Tattoo Studio in Victoria, mostly sleeping with Muggsy and feeding on freelance.
Projects kind of come up naturally. I've been lucky like that.
Still, he shuns the office environment.
It's a big world to explore, you know?
For now, Muggsy's his creative caravan.
Out here on the shore with the birds and the wildlife and the clouds, so much inspiration. If I need to meet up with some collaborators in a new city, I can be there in a jiffy, you know?
I know what you're thinking. Another starving artist, a dreamer, yes, and yes.
I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't know how or what my medium would be.
He does now, and like I said, he's on the move, thanks to hard work, the National Film Board of Canada, and their Hot House Apprenticeship program.
They take around 6 animators who are up and coming and help them over the course of about 3 months to develop a very short piece of content.
The NFB recognized potential. He was chosen out of hundreds of applicants.
It gives the filmmakers an opportunity to feel what it's like to work on a real budget and get paid.
But crafting the career of an animator is a slow process. A bit like his NFB project.
Please stand clear of doors.
3 months for a minute of animation. It's a fun little experiment about dreams and about the sort of ways we think about the dimension of dreaming versus the dimension of waking life and how those two aspects of our experience interplay. Spent a lot of time crafting the puppet to make it, you know, articulatable. Its fingers move, all its joints move. And then once you have that, you have to sort of attach it to a wire so it can also fly. And then all that's happening within the set that's built out of cardboard and clay and all these other elements.
The illusion combines multiple layers of 2- and 3-dimensional mediums. The puppet is moved in small increments, each individually photographed. Played back as a continuous sequence brings the character to life.
And then behind the window, there's a digitally painted landscape background that is panning by. Once all that's captured, I have 2D animation going on in front of all that. Stop motion has this narrative element of feeling real. It feels tangible, like the waking world. And then the 2D is a little bit more dreamlike. In 2D animation, you can do anything. A character can explode into a million pieces. You can't do that in stop motion. It's very difficult, right? So I was trying to use the two mediums in a way that made sense with the dichotomy of the dream world and the waking world.
For Curtis, the waking world provides an endless cavalcade of characters.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to draw is people. I'll see somebody walk by and I'm just like obsessed with who they are, the way they walk, the way they move, and I just have to see how much of that I can capture.
At lunch, a quick sketch of our cameraman. This pink wall begging for paint, the homeless unicorn, I think, is a metaphor for who he is.
Everybody's extremely talented and extremely uniquely has gifts to share. Magical, like a unicorn, but you know, sometimes they don't see that and they don't realize it and they're in this situation.
For now, this bohemian blogs, freelances, and couch surfs. His electronic voice straining to be seen above the countless screaming sketchers and illusionists.
Being able to create a whole world and show that to somebody is pretty magical.
His scroll, or scrowl as he jokingly calls it, a throwback to a childhood newspaper role, has a simple message.
Draw, be creative, make films, do a dance and share it with people. And if that's really your passion, then it enlivens everybody else to do the same.
Nope, no illusions here.
There's no limitations to animation. You know, you can think of anything and you can make that do anything. any action, any object. You know, you're only limited by your imagination.